up? It is another weekend vlog. This weekend is, again, just more stuff's getting done. But this weekend I'm going to do something a little bit differently. I didn't really vlog. It's very hard to vlog the things that I'm just like doing with my life that would be interesting to you all. Like, did some harvesting of bamboo and I have calluses all over my hands from that. And then also, like, we went out to eat and just had, like, we sat out on our porch and it was just a beautiful day. And today we got up and we went on a really long walk to go get some coffee. So that's what we did this morning. And then I've been doing some yard work. Brian's out washing cars. So I'm going to put up a poll and let you all decide today what arc I am going to read this weekend. So I'm just kind of creating the polls now and whatnot and going to post that, and then I will, oh my god, hair. I will check back probably in like an hour and see what the results are. I'm gonna go do that. I need to swap out batteries. I don't know, it's been really hot here. We just finally put in all of our air conditioners because it's been like disgustingly hot. Like, we were on our walk and I was just like, I'm sweating in places I haven't sweat in a while. You got to go on a really big WALK. Well, my floor doesn't look clean from this angle. Oh my god, what have y'all been doing in here? Huh? Okay. There might be dirt all over my face, but whatever. I want to show you this plant. Oh my gosh. It's a succulent, but it's like covered in what looks like a spider web. It's so heckin' cute.
You're always talking about leaving. Milk carton, black and white face. Smile vacant for the picture. Parents waiting in the driveway. Oh my darling, Arizona. Why you packing up your suitcase? Hasn't anybody told you? Oh, my mouth on fire, drowning in your holy water. Could be better. It's time to move on. Won't be yours forever. Holy water. Could be better. It's time to move on. Won't be yours forever. Now waiting in your basement, blood stains on your pink dress. Don't you leave me on the pavement. You're so good at red, but don't you cry, Arizona. I never wanna see you that way. I'll be your milk carton, darling. Leave me cut up. Holy water could be better.
Okay, I am very surprised at how this turned out. Obviously, it's a little splotchy, but I was expecting it to just tone my hair to, like, I mean, it would be purple in some places, but mostly just tone out the brassiness is kind of what I was expecting. This side seems to be much patchier, but I'm surprised. I'm going to get a darker purple, I think, and go back over just these more splotchy areas. I'm okay with various tones of purple happening, so I'm really surprised because the ends were still pink. Anyway, I'm gonna give you an update. Okay, we have a winner, and it is the... I thought I brought my phone out here, but apparently I didn't. Anyway, we have a winner of the books. I'm gonna show you. I'll check in with you guys when I finally get to reading. This is a reading vlog, and it's gonna take me 20 minutes to get to the reading portion. Excuse you. Can I help you? Can I help you? Okay, I thought I would give you all some quarterly updates. I'm 25%, like exactly 25%. But the atmosphere is so heckin' cool. And can I fit you up here? Oh my god, you're fit. Okay. But the atmosphere is so heckin' cool. I love it. It's like a New Orleans swamp type thing. And it really adds a layer to the ooky spookiness. You can already tell that there's like some paranormal aspects happening. We're now talking about like some creatures in the swamp that are a little more mythical. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. The mystery is really starting to develop. There's several different layers happening here. So basically, she spends her summer in New Orleans with her grandma and then all her other time in Arkansas with her dad. But she was born in New Orleans, and it was the summer that 10 of them were born at the same year. And there were 2 actual twins that were born, and then her and her best friend happened to be born on the same day, almost at the same time, which just so happens to be my birthday. I was like, how freaking weird is that this book has the characters born on my birthday? And while she was away, she gets a call and her best friend has gone missing. They were out into the swamp one night and then no one can find her.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Oh my god, you just scared the crap out of me. Anyway, are you done making noise?
No. I don't remember my inhaler is.
Your inhaler? Is it in the bedroom? Just sloppy sons of bitches. And goes missing. God, this is already gonna be a hot mess. And she comes back and we're meeting they call them the summer children, all the kids that she's like friends with, and things about them and their backgrounds and the different families, and also what has happened to some of the other twins in this grouping. So there's a few different layers of mystery. There's also a character who may or may not have killed someone. So there's some layers to that. There's some things that are missing, some characters that are acting suspicious. So we will see. There are a few things that I'm not really enjoying. Some of just like the supernatural abilities of some of the characters are not super believable to me. More specifically, there's like one character who, I don't know, just seems so over the top that I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about this. So, yeah. We'll see. I mean, I'm only a quarter of the way through, and I'm interested to see where this goes. I am a little worried because my personal taste is I tend to not really like these kind of, like, YA paranormal mysteries. I don't know what it is about it, but I just have a track record of not really enjoying them. So we'll see if this one is any different. So far, I'm really loving the atmosphere. I'm enjoying the characters. I think the suspense is great. I actually was a little scared reading it last night, so hence why I ended early and went to bed. So I'm going to go back to read. I'm going to get into comfy clothes, and then I'm going to go back into reading. Okay. Why aren't you focusing? Any other time you have... Oh my god, the one bad thing about this camera is that I swear it shows everything that's going wrong with my face at the moment. Anyway, I am 50% into that book. Why can't I ever remember the title? I feel like it's because I don't have a physical book to just look at me like there's the title. I was up last night reading it and it was getting really intense and I kind of wanted to keep reading, but I was tired and I'm not feeling super well right now. I think Brian had food poisoning, so, and I may have had a little bit of it too. So, yeah, but I'm hoping, I really hope that I can finish it either tonight or tomorrow morning because I'm starting a whole new vlog 2 vlogs tomorrow, so I really just want this one done so I don't gotta worry about it anymore. There are some characters that I feel like I know this person in real life. Like, I know where this is going because I know this person, like, in real, like, I know this type of person. Or there are experiences that seem pretty similar. It's weird the amount of similarities I feel between myself and the main character, despite the fact that I have never lived in a swamp or New Orleans or had psychic abilities or anything like that. But it's like some of the things that she does and talks about and the experiences that she has are things that I feel like I had at some point in my life as well. One thing I will say, when I review things, I tend to focus a lot on the negative things, and it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not enjoying the book. It's just that those are the things that tend to stick out to me. So that being said, some of the things were that, like, she's kind of a little slow to come to conclusions on things. Maybe that's because it's a YA mystery. They tend to be that way. It's like, it's right there, front and center, everyone can see it, but somehow the main character is just a little slow to catch up to what it means. I don't know, it's like it's literally spelled out on the page, and I'll be like, and then a few pages later she'll then be like, oh my god, it all makes sense, and I'm like, it was already spelled out for you, like, alright. Another thing is that there's a lot of things happening, like, and then it will literally be like, and then a few weeks went by, and then a bunch of things happen again, and then a few weeks go by, and then a bunch of things happen again, and I think I know who done did it. I think I know, but we're going to wait and see. We're going to wait and hope that it is not kind of the cliche that I think that it is falling into. So yeah, I'm only 50% in. I feel like a lot has been revealed, so I don't know what else there is to reveal. The other thing I would say is that there's a lot of characters in this, and I don't feel like we get to see all of their personalities. There's definitely a highlight on like 4 of the like 15 characters, so I don't really like that. Like, I feel like you shouldn't include more characters than you can like give proper time to. If they're going to be like main parts of the story, it's one thing to have like side characters and whatnot, but these feel like they are supposed to have a bigger role, and they just don't. I'll try to read. There's a gnat. I'll try to read a little bit more, and hopefully I'll come back to you at the 75% mark and let you know how it's going from there. Okay, so you remember how I was going to update you at 75%? Well, that was a lie. Because the only thing really going through my mind was, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. So I ended up finishing the whole thing. I stayed up last night and finished it. So the 75% mark, the only thing really going through my brain was, I know where this is going, but it's still a good time, you know? Like, my heart was still pounding, and there was a lot of things going on, and I wanted to know, you know, all the pieces, because this isn't just, like, necessarily one murder mystery. There's a lot. There's a lot of murder in this book, and so there's a lot of different pieces that hadn't come together, so I was like, I know where, like, the main part is going, but we need to figure out what happened to all these other people. So, you know, I'm like, alright. Plus, I was thinking some of the stories that the characters were telling, it was almost like the author was backtracking a little bit on some of the stories they had told previously, and they didn't quite contradict each other, but they just didn't always quite add up, I guess. Just in my brain, and then I was just like, maybe I just like misread, or maybe it just doesn't make sense to me kind of deal. But it wasn't enough to deter me, because the other thing I was thinking was, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's find out, because I knew shit was hitting the fan. So the last 20% of this book, oh my heart was pounding so hard. I was in the middle. There was so much action happening, and I'm in the middle of it, and this book got me. It got me. I thought I knew. Here I was going into it like, I got this. This bitch did not know. I did not know. I think that it played along the cliches that I was expecting it to, and then dumped it on its head. And the ending, there were, not only was like the main thing, there was a plot twist, but then there was like 3 other plot twists that like I did not see coming. There were some things that I kind of guessed at previously, but up until this point, there was 2 things I felt were really done. One, like the main kind of reveal. One, it's very shocking, everything that's happening all at once, because there is a lot happening at once. And the main reveal is quite shocking because you don't really expect it. Like, you're already convinced up to that point of who it is, and then it gets dropped on your head that there's a lot other components to this. It's messy. It's like real life. It's so messy. There's another reveal that I realized it like the moment before it happened. So it definitely wasn't something that like I had been like, yeah, I know, but like I knew right before the moment it was revealed the kind of writing device, I guess, that she had used, and I was like, oh, this is genius. This is so genius. So the ending was so good. Like, I laid in bed last night. Well, first of all, it was creepy because it's a book about finding dead bodies, essentially. And it's 1 o'clock in the morning last night. And for those who don't know, my partner is a sleep talker. And out of nowhere, he goes, and I'm like, what? And he's like, who knows? And I'm like, who knows what? Who knows where the bodies are at? And I was like, this is a weird, like, this book has had some weird coincidences in it already to me. So the fact that this was happening, I was like, okay, I'm a little creeped out. I'm not gonna lie. And then he just is like, I'm like, what bodies? And he's like, you know what bodies. And then he laughs and goes back to bed. So that was another layer of thrill, I guess, on top of it all. But it was just so, the ending was so worth it. This book is fucked up. To put it nicely, this book is, it's, oh my god. Okay, so going into like a mystery thriller where someone has died, like obviously it's quite dark. But a lot of times with the YA mystery thriller type things is that like, you don't really focus a lot on like a whole lot of the details necessarily, and if you do, they're kind of a little skimmed over. This town, this small town, is such a hot fucking mess. And there's so many dark secrets, and the shit that happens is intense. I will say the timing, okay, you know how before I was saying like, all these things happen and then there's a few weeks and then all these things happen, and while that was annoying, the big pieces of information I feel like were revealed at perfect timings. It was enough to hook you every single time. So I do think that the reveals were done really well. The timing of those was done really well. Not necessarily like the action of all the stuff, but just the reveals. The reveals of all this stuff. I will say I am a little confused because there's a lot of like supernatural talk. And I realized at the end that like that wasn't the case, but there are many times where they describe like someone as like a werewolf. I don't think there's an actual werewolf, but the descriptions at times made it a little confusing to know whether or not the person was a werewolf or not. I can't stop thinking about it. I was laying in bed thinking about all those little components and pieces and all those effed up secrets about the town, and I was just like, whoo! Sheesh! Like, that's all I could think about. I was like piecing everything together again in my head this morning, was just like, oh my god, you know. Say this is probably one of the best YA mystery thrillers I have read. YA mystery thrillers tend to really let me down, but I think the atmosphere of this is spooky enough, it's thrilling enough. There is some romance in it, but it's like whatever type stuff happening. Like, it didn't take away from the plot. I personally didn't think it super really added anything to the plot. It was, eh. When does that come out? That comes out someday. this day. Thank you so much for picking this book for me, because it was so much better than I had anticipated. Not that I really had any, I don't tend to have a lot of thoughts going into books. I kind of just take them as they are. Maybe a 4.5. A 4.5 feels sufficient, but just know that it was on the higher end of a 4.5 for me. Like, I loved the ending. I can't get over it. Like, I'm upset about it too. There's a lot. It was a lot. Oh, if you made it to the end of this blog, put Willie Nelson, the name Willie Nelson, in the comments. Because when you read this, you will know what I'm talking about. But put Willie Nelson. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to see future vlogs from me. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Bye!